All right, let's try this again. I just recorded this whole thing and didn't, for some reason, OBS wasn't capturing my voice, but I believe I got that fixed. So this is just a more detailed look at how I created the radius top in response to a question I had about, well, somebody just asked for more detail. In the previous video, I brought up my existing sketches and tried to explain them, but I didn't go into detail about how I created the sketch. And I didn't show necessarily how I did the sweep and cut out the shape of the head and all that. So I'm going to try to briefly run through this just as a just a more detailed look at it. So I'm not going to go over how to create the guitar shape. That's in my other videos. Particularly look at 5A, which is the better way to create a radius guitar top. And in that video I have a construction grid, and I'm going to use that construction grid in here to create this radius top. So let's turn off that vertical radius. We're going to just go straight into I've turned on the shape sketch because I'm going to project in this construction line in order to use that to get the two endpoints to put my arc on here. So I'm going to edit the horizontal. I'm going to tip this a little bit so we can see. I'm going to delete the one I've got in here and just show, it's just a simple 3-point arc. So arc, 3-point. I'm going to grab this point on this end of the guitar and this point on this end. I'm going to make an arbitrary arc up here, go get my dimension, and dimension that to 28 feet. Let's drag that dimension back up here, drag it down here. Doesn't like to do that. Okay, so there's our 28-foot arc radius for the longitude. I call it horizontal, although it's arbitrary as which is horizontal and which is vertical. So then once I have that arc, I'm going to turn it and I'm going to edit the vertical radius, which is on the back side of the guitar, and I'll go ahead and delete that and recreate it just so for clarity. Okay, so I'm going to project in this horizontal construction line on the end, because that will give me the width of the widest part of the body. This arc I'm going to create can be an arbitrary length, but it has to be at least as wide as the widest point on the body. So by projecting in this line, two things. First, I've got to make it midpoint to that line, and I've got to make it tangent to that line, but then it also gives me these 2 points on the end in order to make sure that it's that width. Okay, so I'm going to go create another arc, and in this case I'm not going to attach it to anything off the bat. I'm going to put it down here below. I'm just going to create an arc of arbitrary, go ahead and dimension it to 28 feet. Of course, it has to shoot it out on me and make it longer than I had it. Some of these things can be kind of annoying about Fusion. I'm going to pull this all back in here, including the dimension, and zoom back in. Let's get it up here close to where we want it. Okay, and let's get this turned back over here. Okay, so now I'm going to drag that over there. I'm going to select this line. I'm going to grab a midpoint and make this arc midpoint to this line. Okay, so now it's up here. And then what I need to do is I'm going to grab a tangency. I'm going to select the arc and make it tangent to that line. So now it's just underneath and it's tangent all the way across. Then the only thing I need to do is make sure these are all the way out, and to do that we're going to use a horizontal constraint. So we're going to take the point on the end of the arc and the point at the end of that projected line and make them horizontal. And see how that pulled that in there. And so now that point is horizontal. Where did it go? I don't see my arc anymore. Okay, let's do an undo. I don't know what it did there. Undo. Let's get it back out here. Let's bring this over here. Yeah, I don't know. Let's grab that horizontal again and make that horizontal. Now it worked. I don't know what it did before. It just got kind of crazy on me. And then we're going to go over to this side and we're going to grab that and make it horizontal there as well. Oh, that's where we're constrained. Okay, so because we did a midpoint, I'm sorry, when we made this horizontal, it also made that horizontal because it's midpointed here, I guess. So that's it. You see, we're fully constrained over here. We got padlocks on both the horizontal and vertical radius, so we're good to go. So now that we have those, I'll go ahead and get out of here, and we need to have our shape sketch turned on, and we need to have our vertical radius sketch turned on. We're going to go to Surface Tools, and we're going to do a sweep, and we're going to select this arc on the what I call the vertical radius, but on the end. We're going to select a path, which is going to be the other arc going the lengthwise of the guitar. I have to turn on bodies over here, so let's do that, and I'm going to turn off all this other stuff. Okay, so now all we see is that new body, that new surface that I'm creating. Okay, so now we have a surface that is radiused. So take my word on it. I know it's hard to see in here, but that is radiused all the way around, 360 degrees. And then we're going to do a split face. So we go to Modify, get a split face. We're going to select that surface we created as the face to split, and the splitting tool is going to be the sketch for the shape of the body. And you see that? Say OK. Then we just need to go select these parts on the outside that have been split off and delete them, and there's our body. Well, I'm sorry, there's a surface representing our body. Now to create the body, we have to thicken this, so we'll select that body and we'll go get the thicken tool off the create menu, thicken it, and I'm going to thicken it to my parameter for thickness, and say OK, and there's my body. I can then go and put an appearance on this if I want to. I'm going to right click on that body I just created. I'm going to go to appearance, and I'm going to go to fusion appearances. I've gone down to woods, the solid woods, because they give a nice 3D image. I choose whatever one of these I want. If you want something different, you can edit one of these. So once you bring it in and put the appearance on there, you can edit how it looks and all those parameters. I'm not going to get into that here. I'm just letting you know you can do that. I'm going to grab that cherry one because I already have it downloaded. If you see this download thing, then you have to hit that to download that particular appearance first. Drag it over there and drop, and there you have your guitar top. Okay, I hope that answered the questions that I had. If not, let me know in the comments, and I will try to clarify it further. Take care. Have a good day.